Hi there, it's Melissa and welcome back to my channel. So today I have another layout for the Confessions of a Paper Addict cut file team, and I'm using the sketch by Laura Rumble for Stick It Down. Confessions of a Paper Addict is sponsoring a prize for the Stick It Down blog in October, and I have a link below so you can head over there and have a look. So I am using the Happiness collection and I'm using this cut file of aeroplanes. I think it's called Up, Up and Away. And I love it because it works with that partial wreath sketch that I'm working with. So in order to make this work, I did think about backing each plane with a different pattern paper, but I thought it would look better for continuity if I went for one pattern paper that had a like a repeating pattern. And in this instance, that stripe has got a graduation of colours, which I think works really well with this cut file. So just gluing it down at the moment, and I had a bit of a glue battle again. I am actually done with this glue that I'm using now. I tried putting another glue in there, I emptied it out, put another glue in, and then I had some kind of chemical reaction and none of the glue in there works now. So I'm going back to my glue of choice, my favourite glue, which is Tombow Mono Multi, and I'm just waiting for it to arrive. So yeah, I've been like, honestly, so frustrated. I know that other people seem to have no problem at all with certain glues, and I've tried those glues, but they don't work for me. So yeah, very frustrating when you spend money on product and it doesn't work. But anyway, enough of that. It's making me agitated just even talking about it. So this stripe, I know it looks a bit full on at the moment with the cut file on it, but once I trim it out, it works really well and does not appear so much in your face like it does right now. So in order to do this, I waited for it to dry a bit. I've just trimmed away that pattern paper just so I can get closer, and then I literally just go in and trim around it. So when it's an easy kind of pattern or cut file with not many cuts, as in this has a lot of straight lines, it's quite easy to do it this way. Another way I could have done it would be to offset the cut file, the inner part of the cut file, and get my silhouette to cut it, and part of me wishes I had done that, but it's okay. It's quite relaxing trimming around. So here you can see what I mean by it's not as visually full on. And then I wanted to colour match with the packaging technique and my watercolours, so I'm just alternating between positioning my cut file and deciding what colour to use. So I've used some blue, some green, and then as I go up the cut file, I'll just add the colours right up to the kind of pink and red tones. And this is a close to my heart watercolour set, and it works really, really well. The colours all go together nicely, and I thought they matched the pattern paper that I'd used. So I think, like I talked about before, that pattern paper is very full on. So one way you can use a full on pattern paper is you can use it to back cut files, or you can use a piece of it, or you can use it as a layering piece behind your photo. So there it is, and I'm pretty happy with how that's looking. I put some foam behind that cut file. I didn't show it because it's pretty simple, just trimming out the foam and then putting double-sided tape down. I thought you didn't need to see that. And then I've got these 4 photos from Easter last year, and we flew up to Auckland to have Easter with my family. My sister was over, and well, my sister, her husband and their kids were over from the UK, and so it was really lovely to spend time with them. And we don't travel that much, so our kids were really, really super excited to go on a plane. And I just snapped a few photos as we were boarding, or before we were boarding, and in the plane as well. And so I wanted to make sure they were kind of in order. So I've got the, family photo minus me because I'm behind the phone taking the photo in front of the plane, and then one of Azaria and I, a quick selfie, Sam in the plane, and a really cute one of Brielle. And at first I thought of having the photos kind of go where the planes aren't and have a progression of the wreath, but I've decided that they look better positioned on the planes, and I think it still works with the sketch. I mean, if you look at the sketch, it's not a full wreath anyway, and I'm really happy that I was able to make a cut file work for the sketch, because sometimes it can be quite hard to integrate a cut file in. And I know that some of the other design team girls have made embellishments from cut files, which is another good way to integrate a cut file in. So in that instance, you could cut it quite small and have it as an embellishment. So this kit, it's a collection, but it was also a kit from the scrappery, and I've got probably half the kit left, and I'm wanting to use it up. So these, I decided to use all of the hearts, I think, off these translucent stickers, and I've tried to colour match. There wasn't really much in the way of yellow and orange, but it doesn't matter too much. And I love how these clear stickers look behind elements such as my photos. So if you're not confident with the watercolour or packaging technique, these little stickers actually show that look of that technique for you. So it actually adds to what I've already done. And if you didn't know, you probably wouldn't even, if you didn't know they were stickers, you'd just think they were part of the watercolour technique that I've done. So I do go back and forwards a few times between that sticker sheet. I quite like using up all of one thing, such as the hearts. I didn't want to leave like a single one just on its own. So I'm going through the ephemera packet now, and I think, yeah, this is the only thing in that ephemera pack that works with the layout, and I quite like that happy vibes, because I was thinking of calling the layout something like excitement, or I even thought about calling it Up and Away, which is the name of a cut file, but this worked for me. It was already pre-made, and I thought the perfect place for this layout for the title was just in that empty space. So I've popped it up on some dimensional adhesive, and here I am going back to that sticker sheet and using those little chevrons, kind of just providing some direction towards the photos. And then with the sticker sheet, I had, I've used some of it. There's still a few pieces left. So like I say, I'm wanting to use up as much as I can. Now, I did not go overboard on the embellishment with this one. I kept it quite simple. I think because I have 4 photos, which is quite a lot for me. And I also just really wanted to focus in on the cut file and the watercolour behind it. And I guess that in this instance, the cut file is like one big embellishment, and you just kind of follow your eye around with the photos in the order that they happened. So I'd cut that sticker and put it underneath that photo of Azaria and I, and off camera I'll write the date on there. So now I'm just adding my journaling, and I have a series of photos that I need to get scrapped from this trip, so this will go into our family album and will possibly be the first page in telling the story, or I might even have a separate page like a title, because that's how I like to scrap events or trips or whatever. If I don't do a mini album, I'll do a progression in our family album. So my final step was to add some sequins. Now, there were no yellow or orange or even green sequins in the kit, but I've gone with the dark kind of navy, nearly black, the blue, and then there's a couple of shades of pink. There's like a dark pink and a very light pink. And yeah, I could have searched through my sequins for some matching ones in orange and yellow, but I didn't really think it needed it. And I'm happy with how this one turns out. So yeah, make sure you head on over to the challenge blog, and also to the Confessions of a Paper Addict Etsy store, which I will link below. Thank you so much for watching, and there's a few photos coming up. Take care.